What's up, everybody? Today we're taking a look at the Lionheart, a aircraft from well, it's the Quickie Q200. It's Lionheart's creation, and it's the Dragonfly, nicknamed the Dragonfly, I should say. This is the carbon fiber version of this. They do have ones that are I think racing ones as well, but this is a pretty unique and interesting plane, so I thought I'd take a look at it today. So let's go ahead inside and check it out. We'll do a little bit of a flight with it. It has a speed of 140, max altitude 9,000 feet, 2 hours of duration, 500 nautical miles. So here we are. Well, let's just take a look on the outside of this thing. Pretty cool flight modeling, and this one, if you look closely, I believe this is the carbon fiber one. It doesn't look that carbon fiber though. Maybe it's the other one. There's two different variants of this, but I guess this is supposed to reflect carbon fiber. Could be the lighting with the sun. Let's see if I can change it. No, it's a little bit too cloudy today, but that's alright. We'll take it up for a flight and see how it flies, see how it handles. You can open up the canopy. This is a pretty cool plane, but also very simple. I believe the ailerons are on the top, and the flaps, I believe, are on, or for the lift up and down, are on the bottom. So a little bit unique in that sense. You don't see that too often, separation of controls by two different wings. Usually they're on the same one. Alright, so what do you get for this plane? Well, you do get 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different liveries. And we'll show you that at the end. This is a light panel. So I guess if you want to turn it on at night, which we'll take a look at once we turn on the aircraft. Cabin lights as well. So let's go ahead and put the battery on, get started, and take this thing for a flight, see what it has to offer. Here's our navigational lights, which we'll turn on. And we have landing lights, fuel tanks, transfer, strobe lights. Let's go ahead and crack the throttle here. Let me make sure my settings are correct, because it looks like, yeah. Alright. Yeah, fuel in. Throttle cracked. We should be on simple, basic. De-icer we don't need yet. And I don't know if this works. We'll have to check the navigation out as well. Alright, let's go. Avionics can come on. We'll get our position ready. And let's fire this bad boy up. Let's see how it sounds. Clear prop. You know what? Did we put the fuel on? I don't know if there's a fuel switch in here. Master battery, master avionics. Yeah, fuel tanks. Trim. Yeah, it should be on. There we go. It just took a minute. Alright. Here we go. Set the altimeter. Altimeter is set for 3010. Does have, I think this is a standby radio. Turn that on. Let's go ahead and close it up. Take a look at the outside here. It sounds okay. There's your landing lights on the wheels. You got your beacon light. Here's your strobes. So let's see what it looks like at night. Not bad looking. Pretty nice on the inside too. I like it. Fairly simple. Alright, let's go back to the daytime. Let's take it up for a test flight. Lionheart, you know, is one of the developers that, it's not bad, but I had issues with some of their aircraft. They've been working on them, so I can't say it's all too bad. This thing, right off the jump, just wants to start moving. Pretty lightweight aircraft. It's such a unique looking aircraft too. Really strange. I'm wondering how it's gonna fly. I heard it has a lot of ground effect issues. So something to be aware of when you're landing. You want to kind of really pay attention to power settings for landing. I guess in all aircraft you want to do that, but in this one in particular, you should definitely do that as well. Sorry, I've been a little bit under the weather, just getting better here, so I hope everybody's doing good, and I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. Alright, we're just going to taxi out here, and we're not doing anything like procedural. We're just going to basically take it for a test flight, kind of review the aircraft a little bit. We'll turn out to the left here. We're in Florida, a little bit of overcast weather. Let's get to the center line. It moves pretty good on taxi. Doesn't seem to have too many of an issue on taxi. It's very kind of stable, to be honest. It's not too bad. Alright, here we go. Let's see how this thing handles. Putting power in. Brakes should be off. It's already coming off the ground. Right rudder. Right rudder. I think we're good to take off here. Pulling back. Whoa. Alright, so 80 knots. I'm pulling back here. Now we don't have any gear up, gear down. I don't believe. Nope. Very unique aircraft. Let's trim down a little bit here. I want to see what it does in the stalls and everything. I want to just pull out a little bit of power and try to trim it out. It feels pretty stable though, for the most part. I mean, not bad. Alright. Let's turn out here. We'll do a little bit of touch and goes and see how that goes too. Oh, actually we're in the Bahamas today. I'm sorry. I thought this was Florida. We're actually in the Bahamas right now. Alright, let's put a little bit of adjustment in there. Climbing a little bit too much here. I think we're getting caught up in the wind a little. Pretty stable. I'm not even touching it. We're doing good. Alright, let's try a little bit of a stall with it. I'll climb up to 3,000 feet here. I want to see how this thing reacts. You can feel it bouncing around in the wind. Pulling back. Let's see what happens if we stall this thing. Let's power out stall. Here we go. It wants to drop the left wing. Oh, and there you go, around 40 knots or so. Let's see if we can recover that. Oh yeah, okay. So not bad. We lost like a couple thousand feet right there. Not too bad to recover. Alright, let's try over here. Here we go. Let's see what happens. It's dropping the left wing again. Okay. Alright, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see what it feels like in a roll here. So it's very agile. It likes to move fairly decently. So you can roll it pretty easily. Let's see how the thing lands. Pretty cool aircraft. There's the runway there. Let's see if we can turn. Very sensitive too, like on the controls. But it feels good. It feels stable. It feels very stable, which is nice. Let me take out some power and trim the nose. It's a tail dragger aircraft, so it's probably going to be a little bit difficult to land since I'm not the best at that. But I like it. I mean, it's not bad aircraft. I mean, if you're into this, something a little bit unique, fairly reasonably priced, simple to fly, simple to handle. I'll be curious how it feels on landing here. I know it's going to be floating a lot, so we'll take some power out. Now, I don't know if we need flaps. It does have flaps on this thing, which you could put all the way up or all the way down. So it has 3 different settings, so we're going to put all the way down. We'll take out some power. I didn't realize I still had the flaps down the whole flight, but it still flew relatively good. That's probably why I kept having to trim the nose down. So I'm going to take back off. We'll just do a touch and go and fly it without the flaps. See what the difference is. And at the end of the video, I'll show you guys all the liveries you get and variants. I don't think there's any other variants, but there is a lot of liveries. So this is the Quickie Q200 aircraft, also known as the Dragonfly. And it's made by Lionheart developers, which I struggled with that in the past with Lionheart as developers, but they're not that bad, you know. They just have a couple of duds out there, but I guess it's to be expected. Hard to keep up with a lot of aircrafts. Alright, so we're about 60 knots or so. I'm kind of floating. I'm trying to take out a little power. Oof. So I'm not the best at landing that. I pretty much just slammed it on the ground there. Let's go back up here. Really got to pay attention to the controls on the ground. There we go. Flaps coming up. Alright, adding power. It's pretty fast for a little engine aircraft, lightweight. Let's see, do we have an autopilot in this thing? Oh, we do have a bit of an autopilot. Wow. There is a autopilot, which is right here. Heading mode, nav mode, flight level change, VS mode up and down, and altitude hold. So there is a little bit of a cool little autopilot there that actually does work and is functionable. I just trying it out right now. Here's heading mode, and we'll turn the heading knob here to show you, which is right there. So it should track to this point. Okay. Yeah, so it's working fairly nicely. Really, really nice. So yeah, this is a nice one to fly, man. Handles well. If you're looking for something cheap and easy to fly and efficient for single engine aircraft, this isn't bad. You know, if you're into this kind of aircraft, a little bit of a unique one indeed. Alright, so let's go ahead and take the autopilot off, and I'm just going to nose down here. And we'll turn back in before we get into that weather. We'll take it back down for one more landing. I definitely like this plane. It's not bad, you know? Why not? Our vertical speed is a little bit high there. Let's put a little bit of flaps in. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I say, if you guys know anything about, let's see, what should I compare it to? I guess Coronado. This one's pretty solid. Like, Coronados are like easier aircrafts that are kind of just for fun in the simulator, not like real world. It's more like if you want something relatively easy to fly and handle, but fun to throw around in the sim. Um, these are great aircrafts for that, you know. I like the design. They got a lot of carbon fiber on the panels, a bunch of different variants, or inside and outside materials used in the liveries as well, which is pretty cool. So the inside interior matches the outside of the aircraft, which is nice. Coming in a little fast right now, about 100 knots, starting to slow, bleed off that speed. Alright. I don't want to take too much power out. We're going to put another notch of flaps in. It doesn't have too much ballooning effect. Flaps are full. Got to keep a little power in there. About 1500 RPMs probably, right? We're getting blown on the left wing there. I'm going to try to land this the best that I can, but I never flew this. I just bought it recently. I didn't do a review on it yet. I just wanted to check it out and see how it handles. But it's not bad. Overall, I gotta say, it's a pretty nice aircraft. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a nice smooth landing here. There we go. Bounced a little bit there. And now we're sitting back on it. Pretty cool. I like it. It's not much to look at. Definitely unique. But, yeah. Why not? Handles very good on the ground, too, you see? Just kind of spin, like, you can really just whip this thing around. Braking, it doesn't come up on the tail like some of the other aircrafts where it flips over. This one doesn't seem to have that issue. I'm braking hard and it's staying solid on the ground. I'm sure if we put way too much power in, it would jump over, but as far as low ground speed and braking hard, it won't flip the plane, which is nice to see. That's a big thing in the sim. A lot of these tail draggers, if you hit the brakes too hard, will flip over, which is, you know, not fun to say the least if you do a flight and do pretty good and then you wind up flipping the plane over because of braking too hard on the ground. However, this one seems to be relatively smooth. Nice to handle and operate, which is pretty cool to see. I like it. I like it a lot. So, Lionheart's starting to redeem themselves. Not that, you know, they needed to. We'll just park here. I know it's not the right place, but for the sake of the video not being too long. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The this is the Quickie Q200. So let's go ahead and shut down the engine. Animation is, you know, shuts right off, so nothing too crazy, just basic aircraft here. But nevertheless, pretty good. I would say it's, you know, definitely a solid aircraft to fly and handle. Unique, if you're looking for that. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see if we can get a picture of this thing. It is unique, that's for sure. It's hard to get these pictures sometimes, you know? I don't know. Anyway, that is the Dragon. Pretty nice aircraft indeed. I like it. It's called, I guess they nicknamed it the Dragonfly, which makes sense. It looks like it. Alright, let's check out the variants real quick, and then we'll wrap this video up. I'll show you guys the different liveries that comes with it. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, smash the thumbs up if you like this video. I do appreciate it. Here are some of the colors and variants that you get with it. The racing yellow, livery, the orange rocket, a couple different ones here. Any of these are pretty nice. So yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Quickie Q200 by Lionheart. Great product. If you guys are interested in subscribing to the channel or smashing the thumbs up, I appreciate it. And I hope that helps for this, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.